Everyone in this server has at least 700 games of Office, and this guy has over 10,000 hours. This is an Office community. They exist. And we're going to take a look at the gameplay, and then I've brought some ESEA Advanced players to challenge them. But first I want to talk about our sponsor. NordVPN is a VPN that allows you to do many things that benefit you inside and outside of the game. When it comes to CS, a VPN can allow you to deal with routing issues easily. Personally, I used to have a problem with many servers in which I would have 150 plus ping to servers I typically should get 50 to 60. Using a VPN, I was able to easily resolve this problem. A VPN can also allow you to connect to the far superior European matchmaking servers so you can avoid the dreaded NAMM. Outside of the game, NordVPN is great to use to unlock different regions of Netflix, or just in general to protect your data in public or private with their new threat protection. NordVPN has over 5,000 servers in 60 different countries, and you can find a server near you for better speed or in a faraway location for more content. They have 24/7 customer support, and NordVPN has a 30-day free trial, which means it's completely risk-free to try, so head on over to nordvpn.com/vu. If you need a refresher on CS maps, which you don't, but I'll give you one quickly, the Ts have taken someone important to the CTs, so not a politician because nobody would care, and for some reason they've hidden them in an office building, and the CTs have to attack to retrieve them. And in this round, you can see 10-4 is being rushed by the Ts because for some reason I accidentally loaded DE Office, not CS Office. Yes, this community is so hardcore, they actually have DE Office. So now that we're on the right map, we've got 10-4 with over 10,000 hours on Office and 3 kills already in this round, and into the 1v2 he's going to make a play that you can learn from on any map, because he's trapped between two different players here and he knows it. So instead of allowing himself to get crossfired, when he makes contact he moves forward to isolate the engagement and die. But that was a really fundamentally sound play, which is obviously not why you're here. What you're looking for are Office specific plays that you can steal and use in your own games, because you definitely play this map, like this insanely specific flash that works only really if you have the best spawn, and then this pop through the smoke, which seems crazy, and it is a little bit. However, if you don't draw out the utility, since there's only 2 choke points on the entire map, they can basically just layer utility forever and there's almost nothing you can do. And even if you do draw out their utility, they still use a lot of it and you have to wait until about 30 seconds left in the round, or you try and throw some counter utility yourself and get caught throwing it. Now you would be thinking this map is super T-sided, but it actually depends. Not on how good your team is, although it does depend on that a little bit, we'll get to that later. It's actually depending on where the hostages spawn. If the hostages spawn here, and it's completely RNG apparently, it's actually a fairly balanced map. However, if the hostages spawn in the other position, it's incredibly T-sided. Put this map in the major then. Why not? No, I don't think you guys understand. If the hostage is over here, you can throw a smoke like this, and look at that. Whoop-de-doo. I've got the hostage. It's not a big deal. Look at that. I won the round. If the hostage spawns here, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can get here, but then what? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to, and if I smoke off both sides, I'd still have to get through here. But of course, if we skip past the ridiculous amount of traded utility to the point where something actually gets done in the round at about 40 seconds left, you can see this hostage is much more retrievable than if you had to go any deeper, although it does feel like you could just spam someone as they're picking up the hostage. Although, what's the punishment for killing a bot? Well, that's not good. So if we exclude this first duel in the long hallway, if they decide to take it, it seems like about the first minute and 10 seconds of all these rounds is pretty boring, because it's just smokes with some spamming, and then you rotate over into more smokes, and mollies, and some spamming and flashes, and then more smokes. And then if we get to about 30 seconds when you actually can do something on the map, 10-4 has a nice angle here, gets himself a kill, and then he's going to retrieve the hostage. But there's a little known glitch that you probably haven't heard of before, where for the first couple of seconds after you pick up a hostage, you are just completely visible through smoke. Not sure why. Valve, please fix, but it's pretty much just free kills. Now, playing this map, one of the most annoying things is how hard it is to throw utility with these awful, ugly drop-down ceilings they've got. And I have 2. Now, while this is an Office expert community, as in any pug, more ops is better. except for when Turbo hits a shot like that and you die. But the reason I'm showing this round is because I think it's the only actual hostage rescue victory in this entire game, which was surprising. I thought it was going to happen more often, but usually the round doesn't end that way. Kind of like diffuse maps as well, but if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking this doesn't look too hard. I could totally do that. And I feel that way when I'm watching Pro CS as well. Simple's not that good. Well, maybe. Zywoo's not that good. I could definitely do that. And so we challenged the Office professionals to a game, and I actually brought some good players. Well, one of them said no, but I brought as many good players as possible and my friend Doug. So what did we learn so far? Well, we learned there are 2 best spawns on CT side, and the one on this side needs to spot the cross, and the one on the other side can either open the garage door or toss a flash for himself to get aggressive. But as it turns out, if I try and steal those things, they know them too. Okay, I've actually managed to get someone here in person that has over 13,000 hours of Office experience. Okay, would you like to explain to us how you do it? Nothing? You're just gonna sit there? So for our game against the Office professionals, we start on the CT side, and the hostages are positioned here, and here he's sleeping. Don't scare him. And we've stacked our team with 4 Faceit 10s, 2 of whom are in ESEA Advanced, which is semi-professional if you're European, and it's terrible if you're North American. Guess which they are. We don't win the pistol round, but heading into round 2, Austin picks himself up a deagle, gets a nice spam kill and a second kill to secure an SG that he uses to get a 4K and then turn into a 1v1. You can shoot while you're picking up the hostage.
Is Austin hot? This is the question.
You know the wall
Dude,
Dude, I can't hear shit when this guy's going in my ear, man.
Is the bot making noise in your ear? Is that what it is?
Yes.
What the fuck? In round 5, we're only down 3-1, and we're still learning the map, so it's not a big deal. However, we do have some cause for concern.
That smoke is a one-way, and I died to it.
Huh. I'm thinking anyone that knows a one-way that specific is probably going to be hard to beat.
Guys, I think they played Office before.
Okay, so I think we give Doug the op. I think we save one, and next round we give Doug the op, and he's going to hold the long hallway. Flashing it now. At what point did you lose all hope that we were going to win the game?
When you flashed me in the hallway and I got killed full blind.
That's what I thought.
Boo. I kind of need you to somehow get that hostage. Okay. Last guy's on me, on my side. He's on my side.
All right, I feel safe then.
You're good. You're safe. You're safe.
That was a
I'm running knife out. I'm going.
play.
You're safe.
Yes.
Austin's
Good
absolutely
work,
massive.
team. Good work. Now, it is a bit late, but I think we've got a handle on some of the things that are going to work, so we do have a chance to bring this one back. But I forgot to tell my team about that glitch. All right, so just so you know, when you pick up the hostage, you're fully visible through smoke for about 2 seconds.
What?
Okay.
That would have been
Kidding me.
helpful.
Doug, you remember our games on Office, right? At what point would you say you lost all hope that we were going to win the game?
Probably first round.
You had no faith that we were going to win the round?
No, none whatsoever.
Ever?
Never.
Guys, listen. Hear me out. I actually know what we need to do.
All right.
You guys need to just shoot them. Listen, I've employed this simple 2-step process. First, aim. Second, shoot. If we can do that, then we're gonna win.
Okay, all
But
right. I'm
in
getting a
order to do
deagle and
that-
we'll do it. Let's say that plan is easier said than done. And we've got Austin 1 versus 2 here on Office, moving through the hallways. Seen this one in a horror film. Spots the op in the side. That's an AK, in fact. Austin simply not able to land the shots. I thought he was good. What happened? He fell off. 20 kills to his name so far, but likely not to be 21 by the end of this round, as there's 30 seconds to go. Fakes the hostage, which doesn't really work because the hostage sound is actually continual. Austin really hasn't given much of a fake at all as he walks through the office, continuing forward. Only 20 seconds, though, and his opponents playing very smart, not going to give him anything. In fact, his opponents have gone to hide, realizing that Austin simply does not have the time to win this round. And there goes the pickup of the hostage. But there's a minute now. I forgot. I didn't know actually that existed. But The T's, they're simply guarding CT spawn. They're guarding the hostage rescue point. Austin takes some damage in the side. 66 health remaining. And oh my lord. Absolutely destroyed.
Crazy.
Okay, guys.
I think
Run
I
it
get
back.
the gist of it.
Now, while game 1 was a bust, it was a learning experience. So game 2 could go better, but it doesn't. And what about game 3? It also doesn't. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.